can Nigeria not be angry with you? Today, in 1999, you are in this party. In 2006, you are another party. In 2014, you moved to another party. In 2019, you came back to another party. That 2025, you are moving to another party to rescue who? You want to rescue your stomach. It's not Nigeria you want to rescue. So let's tell ourselves the simple truth.
Following the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nyesom Wike's recent turning of the church to a campaign ground, the Anglican Church has come up with a new directive on how guests should behave when they come to speak in the church. Recall that recently, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nyesom Wike, while he was doing a Thanksgiving service for the completion of the projects executed by the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, in which he, Nyesom Wike, was instrumental in their construction. Nyesom Wike held a Thanksgiving service to commemorate the end of the commissioning or the inauguration of those projects. However, Nyesom Wike did not stop at just thanking God for giving them the protection to commission the project they executed, but he turned it into a playground for politics, using the opportunity to pommel his political opponents. And that did not go down well with churchgoers who were really angst that he could turn a Thanksgiving service to an avenue to attack his political opponents. He attacked the coalition of political parties that has moved against the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And in particular, he attacked Peter Obi of the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 presidential election and all that. And he was thoroughly humiliated by the silence that greeted his attack on Peter Obi in that occasion. However, because of what he did, the way he conducted himself in that occasion, the Anglican Church has therefore woken up to their responsibility of sanitizing the sanctuary of the Lord by cleansing it of political puppeteers that use the church as avenue for campaign and to destroy their political opponents. Now, the new directive is contained in a memo that was signed by the primate of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, the Most Reverend Dr. Henry Ndokoba, during the Episcopal consultation meeting that was held in the Diocese of Enugu, in Enugu State, Nigeria. In that meeting, the church acknowledged the consensus or the concern. The church acknowledged the concern about the increasing use of church services as political platforms, which risk compromising the integrity of the Christian worship. Under the new arrangement, the following protocols are to be observed henceforth. 1. There must be prior discussion with any guest who is expected to address the congregation in order to offer appropriate guidance. In other words, if with this kind of guideline available now, if Nyesom Wike want to do Thanksgiving, he must tell them all the things he planned to say. And then the church will guide him on what to say and what not to say. For example, I assume that the church would have allowed him to thank God for the project inauguration and for everything that went on smoothly. There was no incident and all that. Okay, but when if he had told them that he's going to use it to show that the coalition leaders are dishonest, that they have been in power before, why are they not claiming that they are hungry? Or if you tell them that he's going to say that those of you who are supporting Peter Obi, you don't even know him. I know Peter Obi better than you. They would have cautioned him and said, no, you can't go to that direction. Restrict yourself to what you have come here to do, you and your guests, to thank God. Let it be restricted to thanksgiving, what God has done, and not about destroying your political opponents or telling lies against them in order to score political points. Number two, part of the new protocol is that guests must be informed that the church is not a platform for promoting partisan views or political propaganda. I like the way they put it, political propaganda, because what Nyesom Wike did that day was basically political propaganda. Okay, it was political propaganda. He said that Peter Obi, that they don't know Peter Obi. Who told him that they don't know Peter Obi? How long has he known Peter Obi? Who told him that he's better informed about Peter Obi than any other Nigerian or than any other member of the church in that congregation? On what basis is Nyesom Wike far more knowledgeable about Peter Obi than the congregation? So he would have been called to order not to say something like that people don't know Peter Obi. They don't know who they are supporting. Some of you don't know who you are supporting. That was the way he put it. He said, some of you don't know who you are supporting. For you to be able to vote in Nigerian election must be 18 years old. At least. So for you to tell somebody who supports Peter Obi that he don't know what he's doing, it's an insult on the intelligence of those Nigerians. And it was an insult on the congregation that day, that they don't know who they are supporting. That Nyesom Wike knows Peter Obi better than them. But these are all political propaganda that shouldn't be tolerated inside a church. Okay. If he had restricted himself and talked about the fact that they should pray for our leaders so that they will do right, that would be acceptable. Even if he said they should pray for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that would be acceptable, because after all, the Bible talk about praying for your leaders. No matter how bad they may be, just pray for them. The Bible allows that. So you can't say, okay, we want to thank God for commissioning these projects for the past how many days. We also want you to pray for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that God give him good health and all that, so that he continue to do right for the country. I don't think any church will protest over that. But when you want to use that church platform to attack your perceived enemies or challengers or threats to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's re-election, it becomes political, and it shouldn't be accepted by any church. Then another important guideline that has come out of the church's new decision is that when possible, guests should not be permitted to use the church's lectern when speaking, as it has been consecrated for the reading of God's word. Exactly. the lantern of the church that has been consecrated for the reading of the Bible, reading of God's word, should not be turned to a place where people will take on the microphone and begin to insult their political opponents or begin to try to score political points against their opponents. I think that the Anglican Communion in Nigeria has redeemed themselves. They have thoroughly shown their distaste for what Nyesom Wike did in Abuja when he held a Thanksgiving service and turned it to a political jamboree. I don't know what to think about the action of the Anglican Church, but I think it's done in the right direction, and it is done to cut to size people with big egos in the political terrain, especially those serving in government, who think they can use the church as a platform to talk down on Nigerians, talk down on their opponents, and pretend holier than thou, all because they want to show that they are strong, that they are powerful, and that you can't do anything about it. I think the church, by this action, has redeemed itself, and I do hope that other churches will borrow a leaf from the Anglican Communion and distance themselves from people like Nyesom Wike, who like to turn the church as platform to attack their political opponents. I don't know what to think about this development in the Anglican Church or the Anglican Communion Nigeria. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.